my on Wednesdays we wear pink shirt because we are going to be talking about Mean Girls. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. For today's video, we are going to be doing surviving high school tips. I have my on Wednesdays we wear pink shirt because we are going to be talking about Mean Girls. No, but we're going to get into a bunch of things. We're going to talk about bullying, just basically everything, how to survive high school. I'm going to give you guys 10 tips, so make sure you guys like and subscribe, and let's get right into the video. Okay, so the first thing is avoid drama and gossiping. So you're going to get some juicy tea, okay? But high school, see, it's not Gossip Girl though. Okay, y'all do not need to be out here gossiping about everybody, especially because half the time it don't even be true. Okay, it really don't be true. You just be out here. Maybe you don't like the person. You start spreading a rumor, and then it becomes like telephone, where it's like it turns into a whole different rumor, right? It's like you just don't need that, because that's gonna make the person's life miserable. And then if you start it, like, you're gonna get in trouble. All of that, and then also drama. It's like, there's too much drama. It's like when people are dating someone, like, and you know that that's blah blah blah, and they break up, and it's like, don't go right after blah blah blah's man. Like, don't go after immediately, because then it's like you look like you're messy. Okay, high school is full of messiness. It's so easy to get sucked into all the drama and all the tea, and just focus on school though. That's what y'all need to be doing, because that's what y'all here for. Y'all are not here to be out here chit-chatting and doing all this extra. Okay, it's like you're gonna get sucked in just because, like, that's how high school works, okay? But in college, see, people don't act like that. Okay, so number 2 is to not be so clicky, okay? Like, as for me, it was like, yeah, I had a group, but I also had a group over here, group over here, group over here. It was like, hang out with, like, the nerds, the popular kids, I don't know, the athletes, whatever, all these different things, okay? So make sure that you're hanging out with a bunch of different groups, because you can learn a lot of things. You could just learn about different people's cultures, or just how other people live that, you know, maybe opposite to you, right? You just hang out with one group and it's just the same for the same 4 years. You're not going to learn anything new, right? So it's like, try to branch yourself out there and meet all different types of people, okay? Because it's like, you're going to probably have like your 2-3 group people, you know, like, you're going to hang out with like a few people, and you're going to be like, okay, that's it. But then it's like, you're just used to those people. You know, eventually, if you're all spending all your time together with these people, it's like you're all going to be acting the same. It's like, try to branch yourself out there and learn something new. Okay, number 3 is avoid senioritis. Okay, so basically senioritis, like, you get down to the end of it and you're just kind of like, I'm over it. Especially after, you know, you finish all your stuff that you have to turn in after college applications, right? And you're just kind of like, I don't care anymore. I'm just waiting back to get college, but I don't care. But it's like, you still have to keep it up, because colleges are going to look at that last semester's grades, okay? They're going to look at the ending to see if you just gave up at the end or if you kept pushing, right? So if you have straight A's throughout the entire time, and then maybe you get like straight C's at the very end, colleges are going to take that into consideration. So what you want to do is to make sure that you don't get senioritis. It's like, you're going to get tired. You're going to be bored of it. You're going to be like, I don't want to come back to this building. Of course, like, everybody's going to feel that way. You're going to want to procrastinate and everything, but make sure that you push to the finish line so that colleges can see that you know how to continue your stuff and you don't get lazy and things like that. Number 4 is bullying. Okay, this is a serious topic, so we're going to just get right into it. So if you are someone that bullies people, it's a likely cause. If you've ever heard where it says bullies get bullied, right? And then that's what kind of makes them be bullied or whatever. I don't know if you've ever heard that. Basically, like, sometimes parents are bullying the kids at home or whatever, and the kids go out and take all their anger out on the kids because they can't take it out on the parents. Or just some bullies, they just like to bully. You know, they just like to make other people feel bad. Whatever the case may be, yeah, make sure that you're not bullying people, okay? Because it's not cute, okay? You're going to get in a lot of trouble, and you're also hurting somebody's feelings, and they don't take that into consideration a lot of times. They just realize, yeah, I'm bullying someone, but it's like, you're not realizing, it's like, this is still a person. This is a human being with feelings, okay, and emotions. Make sure that you're not bullying, okay? And if you are someone that is being bullied, tell somebody. Okay, don't just sit here and be like, oh, I'm just going to let the bullying happen. Like, no, make sure that you're telling somebody. It could just be like a friend. It could be a grown-up. It could be a teacher. It could be whatever, your parent, whatever it is, right? make sure that you're telling somebody, especially if it's like physical. But you know what, bullying, also another thing, bullying does not even have to be physical, and it cannot just be, oh, someone's punching you or whatever. It could be someone being mean to you, very mean words. You know, they could tell you like, oh, like you suck or whatever, and it's like that could be considered bullying, right? So there's several types, you know, verbal bullying, physical bullying, okay, whatever. But yeah, so if someone's just making your day worse, like make sure that you're telling someone. You could tell on them. Like the thing is, like, who cares? Like, snitches, get stitches, whatever, who cares? Because it's like, if there's someone bullying you, it's going to affect like your schoolwork. It's going to affect like your home life. It's going to affect a lot of things, you know, depression, things like that. So it's like, make sure that you are telling somebody if you're being bullied. Okay, so number 5 is getting involved. So that would be like clubs or just extracurricular things that you could put on your college application so that you look like you're doing something very good, like community service. But yeah, if you do a lot of clubs and things like that, it just looks like that you know how to do things besides school. Because out of all the people that you're applying with, it's like they're all going to be good at school. Okay, period. Like you're going to find other people that have 4.0 GPAs or 4.2 GPA, whatever. So it's like you have to make yourself, you know, become better, right? So if you do like, you know, maybe you're like, oh, I'm volunteering for a homeless shelter or something like that. It's like colleges like to see certain things like that. Or they're going to be like, oh, I'm a part of, you know, you could say, I don't know, whatever club, like science club or something like that. And then they're going to look at that and they're going to be like, oh, okay, cool. You know, so make sure that you do just a bunch of things. And also that's just a good way to meet a lot of new people with similar interests as yours, or just maybe, I don't know, just meet people in general. Maybe you don't have a lot of friends or anything. You can meet people by doing clubs or just activities. So number 6 is don't fall in with the wrong crowd. So we're going to be talking about peer pressure, okay? Peer pressure, you do not have to give into peer pressure. I did not. So just be like me, okay? So if you see everybody smoking or something, you do not need to smoke because you feel like you have to. If you don't want to and your conscience is telling you, okay, that thing in that mind that's like, don't do it. If your conscience is telling you don't do it, don't do it, okay? Don't end up smoking because you see everybody else doing it. You could still hang out with those people, but if they're like, hey, you want to smoke? You could be like, no, I don't play those games or whatever. I don't get down like that, right? Okay? Period, right? But yeah, don't fall in with the wrong crowd. So if you know you're supposed to be over there playing chess with all the nerds and stuff, don't be going over there trying to be over there with the people that you have no business over there being with, okay? You know what I mean? Don't be over there in that group if you know that you don't need to be, okay, right? Because you may give in to the peer pressure and then it's like, okay, you're screwed. Okay, number 7, we're going to be talking about relationships. It's going to be like friend, relationships, okay? And then also just relationships. So first off, like if you're a couple, most of those couples don't last. There are some that last and then they last forever, because I could give you a few examples and it's like, wow, that's so great for y'all. Like, and they've been like, oh, we've been dating since high school. Like, that's good. Like, they're married now, kids, whatever. That's great. But a lot of those relationships, they just won't last. They'll last like a semester. You know, they'll last like a few months. Some don't even last 1 month, okay? And it's just like, that's kind of like how high school works, because, you know, sometimes people, they want to move on, or like they go around cheating. They're just like doing different things because they don't really know what they want yet, for sure. Because it's like everyone's still kind of like exploring and things like that. And it's like, you're going to see a lot of relationships just kind of break up. That's just, it is what it is, right? Friendships, that you're going to have friendships, you're going to have actual friends, and then you're going to have peers. Okay, and there's a difference. So you're going to have friendships that are going to be people that you still are going to be in contact with even after you move on from high school. And you're going to have peers where it's like, oh yeah, like you were in my class. Like, oh yeah, we hung out a few times after. But it's like, we're not really cool like that. We really don't talk like that anymore. That's just how high school is. Like, you're only probably going to talk to like maybe like 4 or 5 people after high school is over, right? That's just how it is. Like, keeping in contact. And it's like, even if you do that, you're not going to see them every day, you know, but you can still make an effort. Like, you may see them like once a week, once a month, once a year, stuff like that. But it's like, you're not going to see them every day like how you did in high school, because it's like everybody's moving on to different things. People are moving different places. Some people are across the country, some people are across the state. It is what it is, right? That's just how it works. But it's like, if you really want to make an effort, then you'll make an effort and you'll keep in contact with a lot of these people. Okay, number 8. Okay, we're going to get right into it. We're going to talk about teachers. So when I was in high school, they always said like attendance counted attendance was so important. It was like, if you didn't show up, they used to give you detention. And I think because they said like teachers would get paid based on like how many kids came to class or whatever. So there's like that, which like the students never cared. We were like, if we don't want to show up, like, you ain't gonna make us, you know what I mean? But yeah, so teachers, I guess, get paid based on that. I'm not really 100% sure on that. That's just what I was always told. Okay, rate my professor is your best friend. Okay, go online, go and rate my professor, okay? And go look up your teacher. If your teacher has bad reviews, don't take it. Period. Don't take that teacher. Because that's what I did. I used to go and rate my professor, and I was like, you got to have a 4 or up. A 5 is the highest you could go. If your teacher got a 1, don't be playing with that teacher, okay? Make sure you read all of the reviews, too, because sometimes they would say, like, teachers would, like, have people write reviews for, like, extra credit, like, write them really good reviews. So make sure that you're really paying attention, okay? And ask around, right? Ask around and be like, how is this teacher? Like, how is Mr. Smith, right? And if they're like, Mr. Smith sucks, don't be taking Mr. Smith, okay? Right? Make sure you're taking Miss Ann, okay? And Miss Ann, she may have a 5 out of 5. Be taking her, okay? Take those, like, good classes, because you don't want to end up, like, failing because the teacher sucks. And it's like you're going to have to retake the class, right? Number 9 is parties. Okay, partying. That was a big thing in high school. It's like if you at the party of the year, like, you are in. They're going to have parties throughout the year, actually. They have multiple parties. And it's kind of like, that's the place to be at. Everyone's like, ooh, the cops are going to get called. Ooh, we're drinking, all this stuff. Make sure that you're staying safe and all that at the parties, because parties always get out of control. People always think that they're in control at the parties, and they're really not. The parties be getting crazy. They be getting wild. They be getting a hot mess. So make sure that you're staying safe, okay, right? So that means that just goes for anything, okay? And if you know you're not supposed to be at that party and your parents tell you you can't go to the party, don't be sneaking out trying to go to that party, okay? Because your parents probably right. You probably don't need to be there, and you may end up getting arrested or something, right? Like, the thing is, for me, I was never really, like, one to party. Like, it was just kind of like, oh, that was not really what it was giving, because it was like I was in extracurriculars anyway, and I did a bunch of different things. So it was like I wouldn't have time for that either, which leads me to my 10th and final point, which is you're there to get the degree, the diploma, right? You are there. That's what you're there for. Okay, you're not there to be doing all of these other things, not to be bullying, to be clicky, to be partying, whatever. You are there to get the education that you need so you can get up out of there. Okay, some people go on to college, some people don't. Some people do internships, some people do whatever they want to do, but you need the high school diploma, right? Because, you know, you have to go to high school by law, right? So while you're there, go make sure you get good grades and do the best you can. If the best you can do in, let's say, I don't know, physics is a C, then that's the best you can do. Go get your C, right? You don't have to be always getting A's and stuff. Just do the best that you can do, okay? But you're there to learn. You're there for the education. So make sure you get that first. Okay, guys, we are at the end of the video. So make sure you guys like and subscribe. And if you guys like this video, I will do a college edition, because there's going to be a totally different steps. There's going to be way different steps for college, okay? But yeah, so hopefully you guys will take these tips to heart and really listen to them. And I hope you guys learn something new, right? Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.